Good morning. Day one, video one. We are at the port of entry.
Hey, my name is Tyler, and this is my 27th burrito that I've eaten on this trip so far. We'll get into that later, but today I want to tell you an amazing story. A story that starts with America and the West Coast. And what I'm going to attempt to do is ride my bike from Canada all the way to Mexico, which is 1,800 miles, 100,000 feet of climbing. The fastest known time is 12 days, but we're going to try to smash that. I'm going to be fully self-supported, and I'm going to film everything.
Yes! Lunchtime. Dude!
This is a 10-episode mini-series where I show you everything that happened from my ride from Canada to Mexico and all the fun stuff in between. This is the Great American Coastline.
Oh my chicken pie, what is in my eye? Bro, there's a Chipotle! Made it. Oh my goodness. Oh! And then I got a coconut hand up, dude. We're bringing out the burrito. Am I gonna have to do two 200-mile rides, or am I gonna have to go into day 11? Good morning. Day one, video one. We are at the port of entry right here, Canada. The border's right here, and we are gonna go 1,800 miles that away. Now we are at right at the gate of Peace Arch Park. It's closed. Doesn't look like there's anything that cool right there. I was kind of just wanting like some cool sign. The US port of entry seems like a cool sign. So this is where we're gonna start. The on-tap goal is 212 miles today, 10,000 feet of climbing. We do have a big hurdle, which is a ferry that only comes every hour and 45 minutes. We got to try to make it there or plan our stops, you know, that we don't get there 5 minutes after it left and just sit there for an hour plus. It's so quiet. In times past, when me and Jeremiah have done these insane things, we're hooting, we're hollering, we have a crew, you know, it's like a whole vibe. Man, there's no real vibe. It's just so quiet. And already I feel a little lonely, man. There's a level of excitement and terror and fear and anxiety and pressure and joy that all comes with the start of a project that is so terrifying. You wouldn't think it would be. Like, you'd think Bolivia would be terrifying, or Death Valley, and those are hard and scary in their own way, but man, I had support, I had a crew, I had a vibe. I don't know what's gonna happen to myself, my brain, my personality when I'm by myself for this long. I've never been this independent ever in my life, dude. Like, that's crazy. And this is what I want to do this for. I want to try to do something where it's just me. Can I rely on just me? Every single thing. I don't know shit. You know what I mean? I have no idea what I'm doing. There's so many different ways you could go, so many different routes. I could go straight into a beyond category climb, as of where if I had just gone left a little bit, I would have just bypassed it all. I don't know. We're just keeping the blue arrow on the blue line. That is all I gotta worry about. If I do that, I should make it. We are going to have many hurdles and many challenges along the way. Today, I know of one. There's a few days where I know there's a challenge, there's a hurdle, there's an obstacle. Most of those are gonna come unknown. Surprise, but today we have a ferry crossing that only crosses every hour and a half. I could just get super lucky and end up nailing it, but man, you lollygag, you stop at a gas station, whatever, and you miss it by 5 minutes. Dude, an hour and 20 minutes, just chilling, doing nothing. Ah, yikes. So we're really gonna try to plan our day around that ferry schedule and try to make sure that we don't waste time and that we get there, you know, 20 minutes before it leaves, 10 minutes before it leaves, and primarily with some food so I can eat while I'm on the ferry. Hi, we are 20 miles into our trip. Okay, so let's talk about the bike a little bit because I'm learning a lot of things about this setup. It's very, very stable. When you load up a bike with a bunch of stuff, you can get this swinging motion, and I have a little bit of that, but these new aero bars from Canyon are flared out. Dude, it gives so much stability, and then also kind of short. They don't drop way down. Dude, it's awesome. So I have 3 hand positions, my TT bars, which are a little sketchy with the weight. You start drifting to one side with the bike and you try to correct, and it kind of like, And then I have my tops or my hoods, which I really like. Those are super turned in, very, very aero. And then I've got these drops, which are just coming in so clutch. I didn't even think what kind of stability flared out drops would be, but they are great with this extra weight. Which there is quite a bit, but dude, I mean, I only brought essentials. I didn't show this because I did this morning. I needed more space, all right? So I had this like emergency little chalk bag from Usui, and dude, I put it as like an aero front bag. Like, can you see? It's like yeah, like a chalk bag, but I bolted it to the front, so it's not creating a ton of drag off to the side. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be, but it's dialed. And that's where all my tools are. I've got my sealant, my CO2s, my multi-tool, chain breaker, that kind of thing. So, I don't know, man. Right now, like, I'm feeling pretty sturdy, but also a little slow. We got a long way to go today. Super cute little town, Bellingham. What a cool place. It's the strangest thing what your brain will do when you're uncomfortable and it wants to self-soothe. And being aware of it is trippy. But like, I am picking out every little thing that is familiar that I know, because I'm in such an unfamiliar place that I'm so far away from my family. Dude, I mean, say what you want, but bro, I almost literally broke down in tears because I saw that pump track, that super sick pump track. And it was just like, dude, I want to take my son here, but I can't. My son's not with me. And it's like, then I feel so lonely, but it's like, I'm looking for all these things that make me feel comfortable, that make me feel, that remind me of home. Like, okay, my brain is stitching all of these places that I've been and it's trying to get its bearings. It's trying to be like, where are we? So part of it will look like Monterey, part of it looks like Virginia when me, Travis, and Jeremiah rode through Virginia. Part of it looks like nighttime in Kansas. It's like, what? It's so strange. I've never really experienced this where my brain is just trying to put all this stuff together to make me feel comfortable. Okay.
God, I can't believe it. My husband just texted me from Seattle and said,
Yeah,
Dude, you got this. You just started, huh?
Yeah, about 2 hours. So this is the route that I'm supposed to go on.
Chuckanut. This is the road, the Chuckanut, but then there is a gravel path interurban which parallels this one almost halfway down the south.
Okay, then I don't want to do the gravels, but it looks like I can keep on this road, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So, and your website actually says you're coming down this, and there is a gravel path right parallel.
Yeah, that's what it has me going is that way, but I'm gonna stick on the road.
Stick on the road. It's a really beautiful winding road.
Okay, awesome.
You love it.
Great.
Yeah. There you go. You got this. You got this. Excellent. Have a great ride. Have a safe ride. Crush it all the way down. You're amazing.
Awesome.
You're amazing.
Great. Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Alrighty.
Have an amazing tour.
Yes, thank you. Okay, that was cool. So we had to do our first reroute. No big deal. I could see it ran parallel, so that wasn't a big deal.
You got it, baby.
Thank you.
Remember those days, those L's, I couldn't sleep right now. I get paid, vacay, I'm staying B-side. Breaking the blues over steak, I gotta eat right. You could be my peace sign. I don't need bad energy around me. I just need sun, you're so cloudy. I wake up good, you're so grouchy. Please get from around me.
Beautiful.
When the truth don't work, you start telling lies. Thought you were down to ride, you weren't down to ride. Caught switching, you were picking sides. Don't blink, caught slipping like a slip and slide. I was shooting dice till I got a nosebleed. Money on the floor, can't get cold feet. Took a L, should've put it in the offering. Lord, forgive me for my sins, don't off me.
Whoa, whoa, wow, whoa. Is gorgeous. I mean, we're like 2 hours into this trip. Highlight of the trip. Like, it's a sick road, dude. Sick road, bro. Yeah. What's wild is, again, I'm just searching for all these things that are familiar. And I just kept thinking like, dude, I'm gonna take my wife here one day. I'm gonna bring her to this road. I'm gonna show her this road when we're old. And it just makes me feel at home. Like that I'm gonna bring my wife here at one point. Okay, what a cute freaking house that is. So now I'm definitely unsure of where I am, but this is the dopest road ever. So who cares? Because it looks like it definitely splits right here. This is a tiny road though. Okay, I don't off the top of my head know the guy's name that helped me with this route. So I'm sorry. I'll put it right here. Thank you. Thank you very much. Because I would not have done, I didn't do anything, dude. So anyways, man, I really appreciate it. I had a lot of people send me different routes. This guy seemed to have built it so well. I did communicate with him a little bit here and there on a few different reroute options. The community, dude, they have my back. It's just so wild, man. Like that woman that just showed up out of nowhere, gave me a hug. Dude, that's so sick. We're vibing. Alrighty, so we had to stop for a second. First stop in 3 hours, just because the routing was looking really weird. And I was looking on the computer and it showed this gray line, so different than what the blue line was. And I was like, I think it's rerouted me, because I kept trying to avoid that gravel trail, and I think it rerouted me something gnarly. So then I brought up the Strava route, and if I hadn't done that, I would have gone in a completely different direction. And so I didn't really even pass where I was needed to go. I need to be on this road, but I was on a totally different road. Anyways, then I came by this freaking sick little thing, and it's like, dude, what a little hut, huh? I'd live in there. Babe, let's live in here together. This is something I learned from Jeremiah, is that whenever you stop, try to make it worth it, right? So just stopping for a photo and to look at the map, to only then take my jacket off down the road, you know what I mean? Like to stop again. So try to know, okay, what all things do I need to do right now? And I do need to take my jacket off because it's getting a little warm. So we shall do that. We will be efficient with our time. You know, I don't have Jeremiah with me on this one. We would need a 15-hour podcast to go through all the ins and outs of that relationship. But I will say that he taught me so very much. I hope that I also taught him a little bit about content and stuff, but like he just taught, there was a lot of things, man, a lot of good pearls of knowledge that guy had that I took. And yeah, he's not on this trip with me, and we are taking a small little break. But dude, we accomplished so much together that was so amazing. Even if I could have him with me on this trip, it'd make me feel more comfortable, obviously, because like I wouldn't have to do everything, but I'm learning a lot right now. Just being self-sufficient, independent. I'm an independent woman. Now my Coros Dura, the battery life on this thing is insane. I don't have to worry about it at all. And it keeps trying to, because I make reroutes, and then it tells me, hey, I found a route 40 miles shorter, which makes me really want to choose that. But I'm just worried that it's gonna take me onto like a highway, or yeah, I just don't know. So I'm just sticking to the plan, I'm sticking to the route. But when it keeps popping up and it goes, hey, we found a shorter route by 40 miles, I'm kind of like tempted to check it out. So the ferry leaves at 11:45 or 1:15. Maybe I could like kick it in high gear and try to make that 11:45, or relax. I got about an hour and a half to ride.
As we were getting closer, my ETA kept dropping because I kept pushing a little harder. So every time my ETA dropped, I got more motivated. I went a little harder, which then my ETA dropped even more. And we were getting to a point where I think we can make it. I think we can get there. And we were pretty much all in, but I had to gamble and skip the town, get no food, and hammer to the boat.
I cannot believe I just missed that.
You're just really early for the next one.
Dude, I was trying so hard to get here.
Are we doing one way?
Yeah.
So,
I cannot believe that, dude. Is there anywhere to get any lunch right here or no?
you got vending machines in the building, but that's about it.
I'd have to go all the way back to town.
Back to Cuba.
Bro, I literally watched it go away. Like it pushed off when I got here. Like it couldn't have been a worse scenario. And now like I kind of thought like, man, I'm probably not gonna make it, so I didn't go to that town. But I should have. I have a really hard time letting go of like little things like this. I've always been like that, where it's like, this was almost perfect. Like I almost made it. Because I had definitely didn't expect to make the 11:45, but then I got real encouraged. Now I'm thinking about like how much of a waste everything has been. Like I gotta get out of that mindset, right? Like the trip's been so amazing so far, and so I can't let this like hammer me. So what I'm gonna try to do right now is like make as best use of this time as possible. So like filling up my bottles and eating what I have and charging whatever I can. Also, the content's like a huge thing, right? So like part of the content struggle is that by the time I get to the next hotel, I might have 3 hours of content to create. And so then that eats into the sleep, you know, and eats into the recovery. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start like pulling stuff off my GoPro and maybe like build the Strava description and the photos and edit, just do everything I can so that when I get to the hotel, I can just crash out. We're making good time though. I think we have like 120 miles left. Bad things happen, good things happen. It all just happens. Sometimes you can look at bad things and be like, ah, dude, this sucks. But what ended up happening, I have no idea where I'm going. What ended up happening is that, yeah, I missed the boat. But then, dude, this lovely woman brought me a vegan burrito. So if I hadn't missed it, I wouldn't have a vegan burrito right now. Also, I crushed the content. So like, it worked out, dude. Wow, dude, I don't think I've ever been on a ferry before. This is like, it feels like a cruise ship. Oh, dude, you could go out there and do like Titanic. How many people do that though? Try to pretend like they're on Titanic. Okay, burrito time, dude. Dude, it's warm. It's a hot burrito. Oh boy. Yes, please. Dude, it all worked out. We put good or bad on events in our life. But that's our own thing. Like, they're not good or bad, they're just events. They just happen. And it's your perception and your perspective on if they're good or bad. And yes, me missing and not being able to, like, kind of losing an hour, in the grand scheme of things, I guess in the moment I was like, oh, this is bad. But it actually turned out to be so good because this amazing woman brought me this vegan hot burrito and I am vibing. I also got so much content done. Okay, our tummy is full of a hot vegan burrito. We've got some coffee in us. Work done, if you want to call content work. It's definitely work, but you know, some people don't want to call it that. The only thing is that, you know, dude, we've been chilling for almost 2 hours. So now it's time to kind of ramp back up, get the legs working. 115 miles. I'd say about 6 hours, 7 hours to get that done. That's doable, very doable. So we should actually be able to get to a hotel before dark. That's gonna be sick, dude. Can I walk through?
Yeah, just wait a second though.
Yeah.
That goes.
Because otherwise I'm totally smoked to have to go all the way back. Am I gonna mess up his nice work?
No, walk on through there.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, that worked out. We took a gamble. We did see the road closed sign, and we just kind of hoped everything would be okay. And everything is okay. So, closed road, no cars. Sick. Dude, I'm so thankful that guy was like, cool. Thanks, cool guy. Dude, can you believe this? I'm just in twilight, bro. Where's Edward and his glimmering body? All right, so we took a questionable gamble to take a shorter route, and it's paying off. Roads are empty, dude. Empty roads. This was supposed to be a high traffic, dangerous road. Dude, the shoulder's massive and there's no cars. Self high five to me, bro. Good job, Chorus. You took me on a good route. Thank you. So far, so good. Freaking empty. Huge shoulder. Vibin. Rolling fast. Because, man, look, when you build these routes, dude, there's just no way to vet every single little road. And when you build it, sometimes it will snap to, you know, a hiking trail for no reason. That's just what happens when you build routes. And you don't know because you've never done them before. So I'm really thankful, one, for Chorus's support. Two, the fact that I've had this computer for 3 months. I haven't had to charge it one time. Literally, have not had to charge it in 3 months. What? This solar power is unbelievable. But then this, hey dude, there's a shorter route available. Turned out pretty good. At least in this scenario, it turned out pretty good. Okay, should I be stopping right now? No. But I saw this little drive-through espresso. Bro, I'm getting myself a quad shot espresso right now. That's what's happening. Yes. Hi. It's gonna be so much better when you give me a quad espresso. I'm riding from Canada to Mexico.
Oh my goodness.
So this is day 1 of 9 days. I'm trying to be the fastest human to go from Canada to Mexico.
That is awesome.
And you are gonna help me get there. Yeah, we're like sacrificing 10 minutes here to get ourselves a quad espresso. I'm totally good on fuel. I'm totally good on water. I've ran through a lot. I ran pretty much through everything I brought. So today I haven't had to stop really at all. I haven't had to stop at all, to be honest. And so this is my first stop to get something outside of the boat because I filled up my water there. Now I'm gonna have to stop way more tomorrow because I'm kind of out of gels and bars and stuff like that. But anyways, big push. About 70 miles left. Stunning, gorgeous. I think about my wife so much. Man, me and my wife are in such a good spot right now. We've been together for over 20 years. And everything I see, I think of her and how she would love to look at those mossy trees. I mean, I am hard vibing right now. Like just vibe central. It's so good. I love it. Legs, body, mind. It's all good. It's all gravy. Now this is just day one. So part of it is like, settle in. Don't get ahead of yourself. But man, I just can't help but smile my freaking face off. Look, with ultra stuff, ride time is not a thing. It is total time. Who cares about your ride time? So it's all about total time. And my total time right now is 12 hours, 3 minutes. The plan is to ride about 15 hours a day. That is starting about an hour in the dark and potentially going about, you know, right to like where I would need to turn lights on. I will say that this road, I'm on the 101, spectacular. Spectacular. A few people told me to not do the 101, but the Koros was like, bro, this is gonna save you so much time. And I was like, all right, I'm into it. And I'm so happy that I listened to it, because dude, this has not been an issue at all. There's very little cars. Huge shoulder. Beautiful. You know, I was hoping to maybe go a little extra. Like if I can go extra, I will. But look, this is not complaining. Don't take it like this. But the content is a big task. This is my job, so I'm taking it very seriously. I'm doing Instagram, photos, and YouTube. So that's like 3 different styles: vertical, horizontal, and then photography. And that is taking a lot of energy, but also, dude, it's like I'm just focusing on it. So I'm never bored. Like my mind is always occupied. So it's actually like helping quite a bit mentally to focus just on content. I do have this weird, I guess I'll call it anxiety again, of not getting the shots. Like with the impossible routes, when you have a film crew and maybe 1 or 2 other guys like Jeremiah and like say Andrew filming, you know, if I don't get something, it's backed up by someone else. If I don't film it, it did not happen. So I'm really trying to focus on getting the shots. And the anxiety is coming from that, like, this is so unbelievably beautiful that I'm just failing in doing it any justice. So whatever you see, 10x that, dude. We've got 26 miles left, and I double checked. The town I'm in has a grocery store. It's should be plenty. There should be plenty to make my own dinner, because there's not really any restaurants. There's like a Subway, but I need protein. And grocery outlet actually has some good vegan stuff. And it closed at 10. I've got an ETA of being there at about 8:50. There's a hotel, so we're gonna jam to grocery outlet, get a ton of food, jam back to the hotel, probably eat, content, like wrap everything up, try to put a reel together. That's gonna be very difficult. So I'm probably in bed by midnight. And then, man, because of how slow today was, and I didn't really stop, dude, outside of the freaking boat. I didn't lollygag. So I really got to make sure I get myself up and out of the hotel by 5:30. But that is why I do this, and that's what's amazing about these kind of things, is getting yourself so very uncomfortable, where you're like, oh dude, there's no way I'm gonna do all of those things after riding 15 hours. I'm not gonna go to a grocery store, get food, eat food, make food, then spend 2 to 3 hours working on content, and then wake up at 5 and do it again, and then again, and again, and again, and again, and again. That feeling where you're just like faced with this daunting task, you either can quit, or, dude, when your back is against the wall, something happens and you just become better. You're forced to be better. You're forced to go deeper. That is what I'm looking for in this project. Like with Death Valley, when we did 7 days, by day 2, day 3, oh bro, I was wrecked. And I was like, I can't, there's no way. But you just do it. You just shut up and do it. We did it. I honestly thought it was gonna be way easier. I had totally like anticipated doing more, like going further than this town. I really thought that. I'm really grateful that I was able to get this done. I was able to get to this town. I was able to get this town before the grocery store closed. I was able to get there before dark-ish. Like it's, you know, dusk. 200 miles. The original route was 212. So our on-the-fly route navigation was clutch, dude. Came in clutch. It is now a race. It is a race to recover. Dude, I thought the camera was recording. A guy drove from Olympia to give me another vegan burrito, dude. Clutch, dude. Okay, so I kind of went overboard a bit. You know when they say like, don't go shopping hungry? How about don't go shopping when you're starving, dude? I got quite a bit, but I also got stuff for tomorrow, so it's not really that fair. Oh my God. I have so many groceries. They would fit in any of my bags, like it just wasn't gonna happen. Oh my God. Smooth. All right, here's the haul. I'm eating fruit now. That's for tomorrow. That's for tomorrow. That's for tomorrow. That's for tomorrow. That's for the morning. This is for now, tomorrow, and now. Yo, all of that stuff is great and all, but the thing that is going into me immediately is the gigantic vegan burrito. Oh yes. I'm gonna honestly cry. I don't know what that guy went through to get me this, but there's no way for me to show my appreciation enough. And he kind of bounced out quick, and I think he was like, oh, I'm just gonna let him be. But dude, I was ready to give him an HJ, bro. Oh man. This is the greatest thing ever.
At the end of each one of these days, I have all these stats broken down so you can pause to read. But on the ride, main takeaway, our plan was 212 miles. With strategic rerouting, we actually knocked off 12 miles, which was awesome. Outside of the boat, we basically had like less than 30 minutes of stop time, which is crazy. Still on track to break the record. Now, calorie-wise, I'm tracking every single drop of food that hits my mouth. So on the left, this is everything that I ate, which most of the stuff I had was already prepackaged. I was able to bring it on the plane with me. I didn't have to stop for much. That will change in the future. 219 grams of protein, 1,100 grams of carbs. We're in a 4,000 calorie deficit, though. That is not good. Now, our budget, I don't know if I should show this, but I think it's really interesting. So for the day, I spent $338 on this whole day with food, you know, the boat, the lodging, dinner, that kind of stuff. Our trip total, the pre-spend, which is getting out here and everything, that was $1,700. So right now we're $2,000 in the hole for the trip, but we do have some support. We do have some sponsors and donations. Now, mental, day one, I'm vibing. My mind, so good. You know, we're 11% of the trip complete. Now, I did have a small lower back thing going on really early on. So I have like a weird muscle in my lower back that's kind of giving me something. So that's the only thing. Our spirit, vibing. Dude, our spirit is vibing. And I just want to say a huge thank you to the people that donated in real time. Literally, without the donations, I'm losing a ton of money on this project. This thing has got expensive, and we went as low cost as possible, so I cannot thank you enough. I really, really appreciate you. All right. Thank you so much for watching. On to the next one. You.